Einen wunderguten und willkommen zurück zu Starfield. Wir warten jetzt bis zur Gedenkfeier.
Thought maybe I
You
would
know,
come up with something to say, but
What you're
I've
never seems to work for me,
got
no matter how many times.
so instead I thought I would quote something that gave me comfort a long time ago. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind. But what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps on a massive searching sea. There's more, but those are the parts that speak to me the most. Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo. Thank you. Does anyone else want to say anything?
Ich soll ein paar Worte sagen. Okay. Hallo zusammen. Sarah war meine Freundin. Sie war mehr als nur die Vorsitzende der Constellation. Sie war die beste von uns. Und sie wird mir fehlen, den Rest meines Lebens lang.
Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
I don't often speak about what I believe in. It seems so redundant with how I live. But death is one of those occasions where it's hard not to look inward. Our friend is gone. There's no afterlife, or second meetings. No God in heaven that is curating a perfect ending for them. So it's up to us. We are what lives on. If the pain of loss inspires us to greater action, then that is the good that comes from all this. Humanity is what truly creates our world. We are the ones that judge things to be good or evil, joyful or mournful. Let us take responsibility for it. Let us remember what we have lost.
Walter, are you part of the House of Enlightenment? I never knew that.
Yes, well, I like to keep some things private.
You all might not like thinking about this, but when we die, everything about us breaks down, decomposes, gets eaten up by insects and microbes. Or due to the lack of a biosphere, we are simply carried away by space and time until we sizzle in a distant sun's corona or get pulled in some gravitational field and coalesce with other debris. Not comforting, huh? But I disagree. Do you know what I find uncomfortable? The thought that after I die, the universe is just going to stand still forever. Could you imagine? The fact is that the universe goes on, that life goes on, that things do not just sit still. That right there is the comfort that I need. Yeah, we die, and some people go way before they should. But the universe doesn't care, not because it's evil, but because it's infinite, ever expanding. And who wouldn't want to be a part of infinity, even if it's just for a short while? Listen, we don't worry about ourselves before we were born, do we? Of course not. We emerge from the universe as we return to it. And for one beautiful moment, we are here together.
Yes, that certainly was an interesting perspective, Barrett.
Ach ja, Barrett.
You know, what you're feeling right now is a chemical reaction whose evolutionary goal is promoting social cohesion. Never seems to work for me. No matter how many times I do this, I feel less attached, not more.
Warst du auf Irvins Begräbnis?
I don't remember. I'm sure I did. I thought when the funeral was over, when everyone went home that night, that it was over. Turns out, sometimes you need more than that.
Ich weiß, was du meinst.
Well, look at us. Two lone wolves howling at the moon on the same night. You know, if there's one piece of advice I can actually give you, it's that lost loved ones have a way of coming back to you. One day you'll be sweeping out some old shelf or digging through a desk, and there it'll be. Some old paperweight of theirs. Or a piece of jewelry they gave you, half-jokingly. Theoretically, of course.
Danke, das hilft.
You're welcome.
Chat for a bit?
Let's talk.
Normally, I hate
You
talking to
have time,
people
of
at
course.
funerals. But, well,
Lass uns reden.
you don't believe in the afterlife, do you? I mean, this might be the worst time to bring it up, but
Ich werde es wohl herausfinden, wenn es soweit ist.
yes. Won't we all? Well, I've taken up enough of your time.
I don't believe we've met. Ajay Mamasa, former chair of Constellation. I wish the circumstances of my visit were better.
Danke fürs Kommen.
Unfortunately, this isn't the first Constellation funeral I've been to. After 35 years, you say goodbye to a lot of friends. I hope you don't mind me saying, but I feel numb just thinking about it. Sarah meant the world to me. She was the future. I knew it as soon as I met her.
Standet ihr euch nahe?
Yes. She could make me so angry, or so happy. We used to joke that we were married. I bet relationships in Constellation are still messy, aren't they? We're more of a family than an organization. All the former lines bleed together. It makes the losses sting harder. But I hope it means the time you had together was all the more important. That's how I like to think of it anyway.
Du warst vor Sarah Vorsitzende?
Oh, yes. I was Sebastian Banks's protege. If that gives you any idea of how long I was part of our little club.
Wie war Sarah damals?
Exactly the same as when you met her, I bet. Determined. Fearless. With just a small hint of delight on her face when she knew she was winning, eh? My only problem as a mentor was trying to convince her to be more tactful. Those old military instincts would always get her in trouble.
Du kanntest Sebastian Banks?
Knew him, argued with him, tried to carry on his memory when he vanished. Sebastian will be back tomorrow, we always used to say. It reminded us that he was still here, in the bones of this old building.
I hope this is all okay. Between fixing things up and sending out messengers and getting all the paperwork done. It's not much.
Du hast das gut gemacht.
Good. Good. Sorry, if I talk any longer, I'm gonna start crying. Could you excuse me?
Is it quieter in the lodge, or is it just me?
Es ist leiser.
Death is a bastard. Comes for us all. You know, there's an old Aquila story about two pioneers who got lost trying to find a new frontier to settle. One of them takes ill. Clear he's not gonna make it, he turns to his partner and says, "Don't bury me. Let the ground take what it's due. I'd rather be a ghost chasing after you than walk through the pearly gates knowing an eternity of loneliness until you get there." Sad story, huh?
Ja, ist es.
You look after yourself.
Drink? Pour one out to the blackest sea?
Darauf stoße ich an.
Two old friends. May their ghosts go past the edges of space, to the great beyond.
Auf alte Freundschaften.
Aye.
Hi.
Hey, bist du okay?
No. And don't keep asking. I'm not gonna be, alright? Everything's worse now. So many people here. So many people saying goodbye.
Es sind eine Menge Leute.
Is this supposed to make everything okay? Make everyone feel better?
Wir haben jemanden verloren. Es ist nur natürlich, dass wir uns noch näher sehen.
It's just... It doesn't change anything, does it?
Du bist nicht allein. Wir sind alle für dich da.
I just feel like I want to be a million light years away from everyone. I want to be alone for a while, okay?
Everyone is in mourning. I understand, but I cannot quite share in their emotion.
Auch du trauerst auf deine eigene Art.
I have seen death. I have lost people I considered close. But this is... It is not the same. I cannot explain why. I am not sure I am making sense.
Das tut es. Schäm dich nicht für deine Gefühle.
Thank you.
Ich denke, damit belassen wir es dann auch. Und Ich sage vielen lieben Dank. Habt noch einen schönen Tag. Gedenkt denen, die nicht mehr bei uns sind. Und bis zum nächsten Mal.